Hi guys, what's up? It's Charla from That Girl Cooks Healthy. Today I'm going to show you how to make these delicious sweet potato donuts. They're vegan friendly, gluten-free, delicious, addictive, everything you need in a donut that is oven baked, not deep fat fried but oven baked. I cannot wait to share this recipe with you, so let's get to it. So these are the ingredients that you're going to need. You're going to need some sweet potato. So I have some sweet potato that I've already cooked and mashed it for the recipe. You're going to need some oats. If you're sensitive to trace, then you're going to need gluten-free oats. But any type of oat should usually work because oats are naturally gluten-free. You can use oat flour instead if you don't have the actual oats. That's fine to use as well. So you're also going to need some almond milk. You can use any other type of plant-based milk, but my favorite is, my go-to is almond milk. I have a small amount of raw cane sugar because we dust in the donuts, you don't really need a lot of sugar, so I'm using a very small amount of raw cane sugar, vanilla, a flax egg in replace of conventional egg, baking powder, some smooth peanut butter. I have some spices, so nutmeg, ginger, cinnamon, also some pink salt. I have some apple juice in a small spray bottle as well. I also have some sour gum flour as well. That just helps to bind the donut together as well because it's a vegan donut and it's baked in the oven. And I also have some spray as well and powdered sugar as well, which is homemade, and I'll put the link in the description box. I don't have a recipe right now for that. When I do, we'll put the link up above. So you also need some powdered sugar for dusting the donuts as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is to add all of the ingredients to my blender, excluding the powdered sugar. What I like to do when I'm doing a blender friendly recipe is to add the wet ingredients first of all, most of the wet ingredients, and then I add the dry ingredients. The reason for this is because you have the blade at the bottom of the blender. You don't really want to put your dry ingredients there because it's going to struggle to pulse it. So you want to put your wet ingredients in first of all, and then you want to add your dry ingredients. So you don't have to go in a particular order when you're adding this specific ingredients. You just want to add the wet ones first, and then you want to add the dry ones. So now that I've added all of the ingredients to the blender, the next thing I'm going to do now is to put the lid on, and then I'm going to blitz everything into a very smooth consistency. So I've been blitzing for a while, so I'm going to remove the lid from the blender and I'm just going to check the consistency of the batter to see if it's smooth with a spoon. It doesn't look like we're quite there yet, so what I'm going to do now is just return the lid on the blender, and then I'm going to continue to blitz until it's completely smooth. So now I'm going to check it one more time and it should be done this time. So removing the lid, same process as before, remove that lid, and yes, it immediately looks like it's really smooth. We're going to test it with our magic spoon, and yep, as confirmed, it is nice and smooth, and that is what your batter should look like now. So I'm just going to remove that and then I'm going to move on to the next step. So this is my donut pan, and what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get some of that spray. You can use olive oil instead if you don't have a spray, but I prefer to use a spray. I think it works a lot better. So I'm going to spray each of those donut rings, and then I'm just going to add the batter next. So the next thing that I'm doing now is I'm just going to spoon. So I'm using a small spoon and I'm spooning that batter into the donut pan. You might make a little bit of mess while you're doing it. It's perfectly normal. As you can see, I've already made a small amount of mess, and that is perfectly normal. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. The most important thing here is that you're not overfilling the donut pan. So you want to fill it by 3/4. You don't want to go over that unless you want to have donuts with no rings. So the most important thing here is not to overfill it and just to take your time with the batter. It's always best to use a small teaspoon or a small spoon to do this because you have a better control of adding the batter. So you just want to do that one by one until all of them are completely filled. And you also want to wipe up any mess towards the end of once you filled the donut pan. So the donut pan is completely filled, and this is the time now when you can just take a kitchen towel and just wipe any excess batter from the pan. And the next thing you want to do after that, what you want to do now is you want to level out the batter. So the way I do that is I either tap the donut pan on the surface or just do what I'm doing there. You just wiggle it around. That's just to level out the batter to make sure it's completely level, so all of the donuts will be baked pretty much at the same time, and then you want to put it in the oven to bake. So these are what the donuts look like, and it's pretty normal to have a few of those cracks because they're oven baked and it's also a vegan recipe. So I'm going to put it to the side just to cool down. So I've transferred the donuts onto a wired rack, and the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm just going to gently spritz each of the donuts with that apple juice that I was talking about, and that's just going to help when it comes to dusting the donuts. It's going to help to stick. So you just want to just gently and lightly, should I say, spritz the donuts. You want to do each side as well, and then we can move on to preparing the powdered sugar. So now I'm just going to transfer the powdered sugar into a Ziploc bag, or it's not a Ziploc bag, sorry, it's actually a bag that just clips together so it's secure. So you want a Ziploc bag or something that is quite secure. So add that powdered sugar, and once we do that, the next thing we're going to do now is 2 at a time, so no more than 2 donuts at a time. We're going to pop those donuts into the bag, and then we're going to seal it, and then we're going to give it a good shake, and then we're going to set them aside. So we're going to repeat that process with 2 of the donuts, 2 at a time, and then set them aside until all of them have a lot of powdered sugar on them. The donuts are not overly sweet, by the way. The homemade powdered sugar as well is not excessively sweet as well, so it's not really extra sweet. This is the reason why when I make the donuts to begin with, I don't add a lot of sugar, because I'm already dusting them as well, just to let you guys know. So as you can see there, I'm just taking out those donuts that have the powdered sugar on them, and I'm going to set them aside and repeat that process with the rest of the donuts. In total, you should get something like 10 to 12 of the donuts as well. I should also say that as well, by the way. So you just want to repeat that process until all of them are completely powdered. So these are what the donuts look like, guys. They're really addictive. Remember, they are vegan and they're gluten-free, so they're going to be soft. Also, they've been baked in the oven as well, so they're not deep fat fried. I must emphasize that as well. So just to make you guys aware that they're not your conventional or traditional donuts, but they're still just as tasty. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe to let me know that you're watching this video and I'm not just talking to myself. And thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the other side.